Yeah. Hello, Worthing and the Boylands. Back to fight and defend last month's title win. Is the sound okay? Yep, sound is good. That's good.
Oh, wait, I'm not on here. Wait a minute.
And how are we both? Our team has dodged a bullet over the weekend, eh?
What are you talking about?
Top is it, the football team.
Oh, that's why I didn't know.
Cadbury fruit and nut. Everyone's a fruit and nut case. Yeah, but they really need to be learning to do the job on their own, Francis, and not relying on that sort of thing happening.
Thought you weren't watching football anymore.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, but you still seem to know.
Yeah,
What
I still keep tabs on things, darling. These are the things you've got to do when you're a quiz master.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of
Got to
that?
keep up with the footballing Joneses as well as the street Joneses. You know? La 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 la.
Janet's with us, and she's hearing as well.
Oh, good
Good
evening,
evening,
Janet.
Janet.
Thanks for joining.
Did you send it to Linda?
I do believe so.
Right.
I mean, you could always just send one just in case, but I do think I did.
I don't really like to do it at the last gasp.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oops.
is that something you need?
No.
Now we know there's quite a few more people to come.
Yep. So we'll maybe hang off just a wee bit.
Well, according to my watch, it's still 4 minutes to 8.
Yeah. according to my clock, it's still 4 minutes to 8 as well. But I'm saying we'll maybe give it a wee extra minute or two from what we normally give, because we've got people for the first time, I think, on. Give them time to find us. Ba, 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 where's it? Oh,
Yes, Stephen.
Hi, alright, big chap, how are you? How's life over with Les Bleus? That's the Blues.
That football again.
But no, it can be rugby, it can be whatever.
It could be, but it is football, isn't it?
No, and rugby. Hi, Mariana. Yeah. Didn't Fiona look spectacular on the open eye last night? Yeah, the Ferris wheel, nice. Yeah, chilly nights here as well, Stephen. But yeah, we're all good. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably be too hot when we're about halfway through this quiz.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the door being shut to keep the cats out and the heat coming off the screen.
Few wee minutes yet. Excuse me. Been having a very good and busy weekend actually, between going to out on the open eye last night, and then today we had some people up doing some music stuff, as we're doing a wee Christmas concert on the 7th of next month, so we're doing some practicing for that. So been a busy day. Not arrived. There's Annie. Good evening, Annie. Good evening, only 3 of us. 3's better than 1. Good evening, Oban Bandits. So, F and 3 is a bit that, so that's Stephen. Bandits. Just writing names in. So,
who have you got?
Mariana. Well, and who else did you say is with us?
Right, I've got my mum +2. I don't know who.
Right, I'll just put mum.
And
Janet.
yeah.
Is there anybody I've missed that's in at the moment?
We got the Bandits.
Naoko.
Well,
yeah, that's. But oh, look at that! Maggie Clayton's made it as well. Wow! Good evening, Naoko and Leslie. Thank you so much, Leslie. I really appreciate the fact that you make the effort tuning in from an Inverness hotel. So thank you very much.
if we'd known that, we would have put a car question in.
Good evening, Maggie. Thanks for making it. Hopefully we'll make it worth everyone's while. I'm sure we will.
And Annie, have you got Annie down?
Annie. Is it Annie and George? Or are you on your own, Annie? Have you got a whole team of people joined you? No, I've got 10 teams, but it's showing that there's 16.
Yes. Yeah, because there'll be Laurel. Put down Laurel and Mike.
I did that. Laurel and Mike, if you're there, well, Laurel, send your mum a message to let her know that you're Annie and George. What's he mean George only? I'm pretty sure that's not his second name, Annie.
Right, well, we've got a good amount of people for a good competition.
Yep, we certainly have.
Oh, there's Anne Katrina's here. Right, so I think we're about ready.
Right, so will we just get a move on?
Dive in.
The one and only, George.
Yes, that's it. You just had missed that bit out.
Absolutely, yeah. We typo there. Only 40 minutes, Maggie. It takes me nearly a fortnight to get this all set up. Stop your whinging.
And quite a lot of swearing.
Yes, absolutely. Anyway, for the benefit of anyone who's not done this before, and I don't really think there's anyone there, as always, we'll have 5 rounds, 10 questions in each round, so that's 50 questions in total. And we'll do a tie break at the end as well. So our categories tonight are on this day, connection round, picture round, the chain, and general knowledge. So if we're all ready, I think we'll just get a move on, yeah? So here we go. As I said, first round is what happened on this day, November 26th in history. So good luck everyone, and here comes question 1.
Which movie starring Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman premiered November the 26th, 1942?
So that's question 1. Which movie starring Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman premiered November 26th, 1942? Question 2.
Which book by Lewis Carroll was published in America on this day in 1865?
That's question 2. Which book by Lewis Carroll was published in America on this day in 1865? Question 3.
On this day in 1916, Greece declared war on which country?
That's question 3. On this day in 1916, Greece declared war on which country? Question 4.
HMS Bulwark exploded on this day in 1914 in Sheerness. In Sheerness Harbour, with only 12 surviving. In what country is Sheerness?
So that's question 4. HMS Bulwark exploded on this day in 1914 in Sheerness Harbour with only 12 surviving. In what country is Sheerness? Question 5.
Which Egyptian ruler's tomb was discovered on this day in 1922?
That's question 5. Which Egyptian ruler's tomb was discovered on this day in 1922? Question 6.
On November the 26th, 1948, which type of camera was sold for the first time in Jordan Marsh Store, Boston?
Question 6. On November 26th, 1948, which type of camera was sold for the first time in Jordan Marsh Store, Boston? Still a bit trouble. Question 7.
Which band featuring Eric Clapton had their final concert on this day in 1968?
So that's question 7. Which band featuring Eric Clapton had their final concert on this day in 1968? Question 8.
£26 million in gold was stolen from which warehouse on this day in 1983?
So that's question 8. £26 million in gold was stolen from which warehouse on this day in 1983? Excuse me. Question 9.
Born on this day in 1922, which cartoonist brought us Peanuts?
So that's question 9. Born on this day in 1922, which cartoonist brought us Peanuts? Question 10.
Which member of the Goons died on November the 26th, 1996?
That's question 10. Which member of the Goons died on November 26th, 1996? Excuse me. Moving on to round 2, as always, connection round. So the first 9 answers are all connected in some way. Question 10, what's the connection? Question 1.
In what stadium do Manchester United play their home games?
So that's question 1. In what stadium do Manchester United play their home games? Question 2.
What sitcom starring Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant was set in the world of film and TV?
That's question 2. What sitcom starring Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant was set in the world of film and TV? Question 3.
What old-fashioned word is used to describe an unmarried woman?
That's question 3. What old-fashioned word is used to describe an unmarried woman? You can think of quite a few, but they won't fit for this.
Yes, you have to make it fit for the connection. maybe more accurate to say it was used to describe an unmarried woman.
Question 4.
What season is described as the part of the year when Parliament and the law courts are not sitting?
So that's question 4. What season is described as the part of the year when Parliament and the law courts are not sitting? Question 5.
What numerical term is used to describe normal vision?
So that's question 5. What numerical term is used to describe normal vision? Question 6.
What's the name of the Chinese style pattern used on ceramic tableware?
So that's question 6. What's the name of the Chinese style pattern used on ceramic tableware? Question 7.
What type of line should you establish before hanging wallpaper?
That's question 7. What type of line should you establish before hanging wallpaper? Question 8.
American jazz saxophonist Charlie Parker was also known by what nickname?
So that's question 8. American jazz saxophonist Charlie Parker was also known by what nickname? Question 9.
What is the name for the residual limb that remains after an amputation?
So that's question 9. What is the name for the residual limb that remains after an amputation? Finally, question 10.
What's the connection?
Okay, so moving on to the answers for rounds 1 and 2. So, round 1. What happened on this day, November 26? Question 1.
Which movie starring Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman premiered November the 26th, 1942?
And that was Casablanca. Question 2.
Which book by Lewis Carroll was published in America on this day in 1865?
And that was Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. We will also accept Alice in Wonderland,
Yes.
but not Through the Looking Glass, totally different. Question 3.
On this day in 1916, Grace declared war on Germany.
Question 4.
HMS Bulwark exploded on this day in 1914 in Sheerness Harbour with only 12 surviving? Where is Sheerness?
And Sheerness is in England.
Well, we asked what country, didn't
Yeah,
we?
aye, in what country? Yeah, it's in England, and it will only accept England for that. In which country? It's, if you put the UK, that's wrong, because UK is not a country. It has to be England. Question 5.
Which Egyptian ruler's tomb was discovered on this day in 1922?
And that would be Tutankhamun. Question 6.
On November 26, 1948, what type of camera was sold for the first time in Jordan Marsh Store, Boston?
And that was Polaroid. For some reason called land camera.
Yeah.
Question 7.
Which band featuring Eric Clapton had their final concert on this day in 1968?
And that is Cream, and I have the final in inverted because they had a get together again in 2006 or something like that, I think it was. But that one was billed as their final. Question 8.
£26 million in gold was stolen from which warehouse on this day in 1983?
And that is Brinksmat. Question 9.
Born on this day in 1922, which cartoonist brought us Peanuts?
And that is Charles M. Schultz.
We'll accept anything that's got Schultz in it.
Correct.
We'll accept just Schultz.
Yeah, or was it Sergeant Schultz?
Oh, I don't know.
Sergeant Schultz, is he in
We're not accepting Sergeant anything, no. We'll take Charles Schultz, Charles M. Schultz, or Schultz.
What was the prison of war thing? Colditz. Question 10.
Which member of the Goons died on November 26, 1996?
And that would be Michael Benteen. So moving on to the answers for the connection round. Question 1.
In what stadium do Manchester United play their home games?
And that's Old Trafford. Question 2.
What sitcom starring Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant was set in the world of film and TV?
That is Extras. Question 3.
What old-fashioned word is used to describe an unmarried woman?
That is Maiden. Question 4.
What season is described as the part of the year when Parliament and the law courts are not sitting?
And that is Silly, as in silly season. Question 5.
What numerical term is used to describe normal vision?
And that is 2020.
Which, contrary to most people's belief, it doesn't mean you've got excellent vision. It's average vision. It's what you'd expect an average person to have if they've not got any problems.
Question 6.
What's the name of the Chinese style pattern used on ceramic tableware?
That is Willow. Question 7.
What type of line should you establish before hanging wallpaper?
And that is Plum. I knew there was missing one there somewhere. Question 8.
American jazz saxophonist Charlie Parker was also known by the nickname Bird.
Question 9.
What is the name for the residual limb that remains after an amputation?
And that is Stump.
And I'm hoping, Mr. Boylan, that this medical question was at a sufficiently basic level that you would have been able to answer it. Do let me know.
I think that borders on cheat, Thomas. And finally, question 10. What's the connection? I'm sure you all got it. It is cricket. Because we have 2020, which is a one-day match. Bird, that is Dickie Bird, is a famous umpire. Old Trafford is also one of the cricket grounds. Silly it is. There's Silly Point, which is one of the fielding positions, and Willow is what the bales are. Is it the bats are made of? And so on and so on. So moving on, we'll see if everyone can pop your scores in. We'll see how you're all getting on. Oh, we'll get 18. A few people not saying hello. Alright, so let's go to the host. Don't be shy. Pop your scores into the cheers, Stephen. The Marbons 12. Anne and George. What's that? Anne and George 12. Mariana 13. Marbons 12. Got that. Patrick McFarlane's 15.
Right, Linda and John are with us.
Oh, good. Hi, Linda and John.
And they have got 14.
Very good.
And Laurel and Mike are on 8.
Alright.
My mum's team is on 13.
13. Have we got the Bandits?
And Janet
Yes, we
is
have.
almost
10.
needing a trumpet here before I announce
Right,
this.
okay, Janet, let's
Janet,
hear it.
13.
Oh, wow. Well
She
done,
got
Janet.
9 on the first round.
Superb. Right, we're waiting on Maggie. Maggie. Pop your score up, don't be shy. Have we got Francis? Oh, yep, we have, so it's 16. What?
He did get that answer. He's calling me. He's calling me Dettle Doris.
Dettle Doris. Cricket. So you got 14, Maggie. Yeah, and cricket. A wee bit of culture for you, Maggie.
We like to be educational
Yeah, absolutely.
and annoying.
Yeah. Right, so
What about Annie? Do you got Annie's score?
yes, we've got Annie and Georgie's
All
score.
right.
So at the moment in the lead we have Francis and Thomas on 16. Second place, 1 point behind, is the Pettit McFarlanes. Then we have Maggie, third place on 14, complaining about the cricket. And Linda and John, equal third place on 14. Then we've got Mariana, Mum's team, and Janet on 13. We've got Marbons, Annie and George on 12. The Bandits on 10, and Stephen and Laurel and Mike on 8. So it's very close. And that's me shutting. Okay.
Well, he should be alright.
Yeah, I can hear his. It's just because I can hear his. So we'll move on to the next round then. And that is our picture round. What's Maggie trying to say now?
I think it's probably something quite.
Yeah, I think so as well.
It's the sort of thing that we would never.
There's nobody here with that name, Maggie.
Right, so is it picture round?
It's a picture round. It's name the movie, and it's I say what you see. I'm sure you'll figure it out quite easily. So
the clue's
Combination-
all in front of
yeah, combination of pictures will give you a movie name. So here we go. Movie 1. Movie 2. I'm going to melt. Movie 3. Movie 4. Movie 5. Didn't know he still had chocolate left.
Hmm?
Didn't know he still had chocolate left.
Yes.
Yeah, you see
Yes,
that
I
like
know.
you've always.
I know, because you're saying it as if I would have likely have eaten that huge giant bar in
Yeah.
that short space of time.
Yeah, it's just highly
As
unusual
if-
for you not to have. Picture movie 6. Movie 7. Movie 8. Fiona's personal favourite.
Yeah. I think I have actually seen the film. I think I have.
Very good.
Obviously, it didn't make much of an impression on me when I can't remember.
Movie 9. And like movie 10. And moving on to round 4, which is the chain. So the last letter of the first answer is the first letter of the second answer, and so on, so on. So good luck, everybody. Question 1.
In which ocean is Madagascar?
So that's question 1. In which ocean is Madagascar? Question 2.
What's the world's largest food company?
That's question 2. What's the world's largest food company? Question 3.
Which British city was the first in the world to have a fire service?
That's question 3. Which British city was the first in the world to have a fire service?
As in an emergency, not a service to come and light your fire.
Did such a thing ever exist?
I don't know.
Maybe you need to get the wee guys going round putting out the street lamps. I don't think ever anybody come round lighting them. I think they're called arsonists now. Question 4.
Who was the Japanese emperor at the time of the Pearl Harbor attack?
That's question 4. Who was the Japanese emperor at the time of the Pearl Harbor attack? Question 5.
What word describes a flat object with unequal adjacent sides?
That's question 5. What word describes a flat object with unequal adjacent sides? And a wee reminder that this answer should start with the final letter of the previous answer. Question 6.
What seabird is used to make guga?
So that's question 6. What seabird is used to make guga? Were you in an advert or something? Guga.
I hope I didn't make it sound attractive.
You were rehearsing for something there.
Well, it's one of those things that's regarded as a delicacy, so that's a major red flag
Yeah,
to tell
absolutely.
you that it's
Disgusting.
absolutely revolting.
Question 7.
What fever is caused by Salmonella typhi?
So that's question 7. What fever is caused by Salmonella typhi? Or was it typhi or typhi?
Well,
Typhi. Salmonella typhi. Salmonella
might be
typhi.
typhi. Typhi.
Potato, potato.
Data.
Aha. Datai. Dati. Question 8.
What fabric derives its name from the French serge denim?
So that's question 8. What fabric derives its name from the French serge denims? Question 9.
What do you call the wife or widow of a marquess?
That's question 9. What do you call the wife or widow of a marquess? finally for this round, question 10.
What is the capital of El Salvador?
That's question 10. What is the capital of El Salvador? Moving on to the answers, rounds 3 and 4. So, round 3, picture round. And this is?
A taxi driver.
Yeah, because that's a taxi, and that's probably a, what you call it, a one wood, otherwise known as a driver, so taxi driver. Picture 2.
And that is Jaws.
See wee arrows pointing at the jaw. Picture 3.
This is Cool Hand Luke.
Picture 4.
Midnight Cowboy.
And movie 5.
I think this is the hardest one. Die Hard.
I don't think so. Picture 6.
Rain Man.
Movie 7. I think this is the hardest one.
Is Full Metal Jacket.
Picture 8.
Sliding Doors.
Movie 9.
Blazing Saddles.
And finally, movie 10.
And that's Manhattan.
Or I do believe there's a movie called Skyline as well. So if you put Skyline, we'll accept that. But the answer we're looking for is Manhattan. That's a Manhattan skyline. So moving on to the chain. As I said, the answer to the first question ends with the beginning letter of the next answer and so on. So question 1.
In which ocean is Madagascar?
That's India. Indian Ocean. So your next answer begins with N. Question 2.
What's the world's largest food company?
And that's Nestle, or Nestles as it used to be called. Next one begins with E. Question 3.
Which British city was the first in the world to have a fire service?
And that is Edinburgh. So next one begins with H.
Who was the Japanese emperor at the time of the Pearl Harbor attack?
That is Hirohito. Next one begins with O.
What word describes a rectangular flat object with unequal adjacent sides?
That is oblong. Next one begins with G.
What seabird is used to make guga?
And that is gannet. Next one begins with T.
What fever is caused by Salmonella typhi?
And that is typhoid. Next one begins with D.
What fabric derives its name from the French serge de nuit?
And that is denim. Question 9.
What do you call the wife or widow of a marquess?
And that is a marchioness. So the final one begins with the letter S. Question 10.
What is the capital city of El Salvador?
And it is
San
Salvador. So let's see how everyone's doing after those 2 rounds. I think it's quite easy this week. No.
No, I wouldn't. There's quite a few I wouldn't get.
Then it's quite easy for me to say that having done the quiz and have all the answers and had them in my head for however long. You know, so. Danny and George got 12 again, so that's a 124. Yoko and Leslie, 29. So that's good scoring in those 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Linda and John are now up to 30. They scored
London
16.
John up to that, 16 in that round, very good.
My mum's team is now on a total of 29.
Good scoring again in that round. Francis and Thomas, 33 so far, 17 in that round, very good. Stephen, 11 that those 2 rounds, very good.
Janet is now on a total of 24.
Oh,
Let's be
Janet.
going for a personal
Yeah,
best here.
absolutely. Right, Maggie, 18, so that's Maggie on 32. We've got Mariana is on a total of 30. Have we got Laurel yet? Have we got?
I haven't got. Beth's with us now. She's missed quite a bit, but she's just joining in.
Evening, Beth. Nice to have you with us.
I've missed somebody. Oh no! Right, I got.
Have we got the bandit? Oh, there we are. 17. Yeah. And
That yes. Oh no, that's my mum. Right, Laurel. They're up to 18 now.
right. And Beth's just playing for fun.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's arrived very late.
Mm-hmm.
Not to worry. So, scores on the doors at the moment are, and it's still very close at the top. So in the lead is the Boylins on 33. A point behind still, reading right down their necks, is Maggie. And then a point behind that is the Pettit McFarlanes. And then a point behind that is Linda and John and Mariana. Yeah. That's okay, Maggie. I had toted up. I've learned to count doing this for the past couple of years. And then we've got Leslie and Nyoko on 29. And who else is on 29? Your mum's team's on 29. Then Janet on 24. That's very, very good. Stephen on 19. Laurel and Mike on 18. And the Bandits on 17. So it's very close going into the final round. And
Who's actually in the lead?
the Boylins are actually they're fighting hard to defend
they're finding it quite relaxing because Mr. Boylan's just sent me the name of some horrific sounding disease.
All right.
Yeah, I think you better try and get that seen to Thomas. It's so I can't even read it out.
Is this something that he's saying he's got? Yeah.
Yes, I believe
right,
so.
Okay. Right, well, right, so all to play for going into the final general knowledge round. So, good luck everybody, and here we go. Excuse me. Question 1.
Who designed the dome of St. Peter's in Rome?
So that's question 1. Who designed the dome of St. Peter's in Rome? I've just realised that. Give me a wee do out of that. Question 2.
Which country voted Javier Milei as president-elect last Sunday?
Well done, darling.
Yep. Now we've got
Which
this.
country voted Javier Milei as president-elect last Sunday?
Javier Milei. We've got this exactly right because we have taken advice from somebody who's from this country as to how to pronounce it.
Absolutely. And we have
We've been practicing
we
it.
have the audio clip
Yes.
that we could play. Yeah. Question 3.
What type of cigarettes were banned in the UK in May 2020?
That's question 3. What type of cigarettes were banned in the UK in May 2020? Question 4.
The most expensive honey in the world is from which country? Is it A, New Zealand, B, Greece, or C, Turkey?
So that's question 4. The most expensive honey in the world is from which country? A, New Zealand, B, Greece, or C, Turkey? Question 5.
Which swimming stroke is the slowest?
So that's question 5. Which swimming stroke is the slowest? I'm laughing because I'm just on. I should qualify that by saying of the Olympic recognised
recognised
strokes. Question 6.
Who is Peppa Pig's teacher?
So question 6. Who is Peppa Pig's teacher? Question 7.
Which member of the Beatles had a cat named Elvis?
So that's question 7. Which member of the Beatles had a cat named Elvis? Question 8.
What song features the line, "Someone left the cake out in the rain"?
So that's question 8. What song features the line, "Someone left the cake out in the rain"? Question 7.
Oxygen is the most common element in the human body at 65%. What is second with 18%?
So that's question 9. Oxygen is the most common element in the human body at 65%. What is second with 18%? And finally, question 10.
What is the only country in Africa with the letter Q in its name?
So that's question 10. What is the only country in Africa with the letter Q in its name? We'll go straight into the answers for this round. So, question 1.
Who designed the dome of St. Peter's in Rome?
And that is Michelangelo. Question 2.
Which country voted Javier Milei as president-elect last Sunday?
And that is Argentina. Question 3.
What type of cigarettes were banned in the UK May 2020?
That is menthol. Question 4.
The most expensive honey in the world is from which country? New Zealand, Greece or Turkey?
It comes from Turkey. And I do believe my Did You Know for this week is now coming up. And that is, did you know elvish honey is extracted from a cave that's 1800 metres deep in the Artvin city of Turkey, and it is one of the major reasons why it costs so much. Also, this honey is extracted only once a year, adding to why it's so expensive. It is ridiculously expensive.
It's so expensive we couldn't really find any to buy. I think you probably have to know someone who knows someone.
Go look it up.
And
he was the architect of it, and he designed it. Question 5.
Which swimming stroke is the slowest?
And that is breaststroke. Question 6.
Who is Peppa Pig's teacher? And that is Madame Gazelle.
Question 7.
Which member of the Beatles had a cat named Elvis?
And that is John Lennon. Question 8.
What song features the line, "Someone left the cake out in the rain"?
And that is MacArthur Park. I think the next lines are, and I don't think I can take it because it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have the recipe again. Question 9.
Oxygen is the most common element in the human body at 65%. What is second with 18%? And it's carbon.
And finally, question 10.
What is the only country in Africa with the letter Q in its name?
And that is Mozambique. So let's see how well done, and if we have an outright winner after that round. And find out if we're just doing the tie break for fun, which happens most of the time, doesn't it? But yeah, the question was who designed the dome.
Who designed the dome, yes.
He's far more than just a painter. Michelangelo is as was him
just a painter.
Him and Da Vinci, weren't they?
There's Jennifer, the Bandits, 22 final score.
Very good, you two, well done. Right, 40 points for the Boylans, nice. Is that going to be the winning score? The nail biting time starts now. 23, very good, big fella.
Total of 35 for my mum's team.
$35 for Mum.
Total of 25 for Laurel and Mike.
What's Equatorial Guinea for?
Oh, Equatorial Guinea's got a Q.
Well, you'll have to give that.
Well, if that's the case, then we'll have to give it. Right, so Linda and John didn't do so well in the general.
Hold on, wait a minute, let me catch up. So 40, I've got Stephen, right, Annie and George, they finished on 27. Look, Mariana, 10 in that round, wow, zoom, in from nowhere up to the joint lead with the Boylans.
Right, Linda and John are on a total of 33. And
we've still got Laurel and Mike to come.
And Janet's total tonight is 29.
Very, very good, Janet. Well done. Neoco and Leslie finished on 34. Very good. Have I seen Pettit McFarlane?
Yes, 37.
37. Nice. Maggie. Mariana. She just learned about that character this afternoon. Did a wee visit from someone, Mariana? Hey, Maggie, where are you? Oh, Maggie crashed and burned. 35. Unlucky. Anything from Laurel? Right?
Yes, it's total of 25.
25. So that was our best round, the last round. Very good. Well done. Right, so we actually have joint winners.
And just to say, Beth, who only joined in, but she managed to stay with us. She said she got 8, and that she also had Equatorial Guinea. So
right, okay.
So we're allowing that.
Right.
Was our mistake. Well,
right.
Laurel's mistake.
So it was yours. Anyway, so our winners our joint winner on 40 points is the Boylands and Mariana, and in second place on 35, joint second on, well, that would make it joint third actually, on 35 is Mum's team and Maggie. Yep. Oh no, wait a minute, no. Second place. Start again. Our joint winners are Francis and Thomas and Mariana. So then third place is the Pettit McFarlanes. There we are, I've got it set right now. Yeah. Then in fourth place is your Mum's team and Maggie. Then fifth is the Mabons. Then sixth is Linda and John. Then we've got, I think, Janet. I mean, very, very good, Janet. Well done. Annie and George. Laurel and Mike. Stephen, and then the Bandits. So, well done, everybody. Good scoring.
And we will have to use the tie break.
We do actually have to have a proper tie break for a change. So, let's get to it. And the tie break question is, what is the population of San Salvador? Cue the answers from 222 to 470 million.
Well, the answer is not El Salvadorian. It's a number.
Well,
you can all throw in an answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody can answer this as well as.
It only counts for
the
Boylans and Mariana.
Mm-hmm.
And Mariana only learnt about Madame Gazelle this afternoon.
Yep. Stephen says 650,000. F&T 4 million. Leslie and Nyoko.
Beth saying 1 million. My mum's going for 8,900. 27 million from Linda.
Did you say 8,900 or 89,000?
No, 8,900.
Right.
And 27 million from Linda and John.
Right. Annie and George saying 2.4 million.
And Maddie, what's Mariana now? 3.7 million.
3.7 million.
Which is quite close to Francis and Thomas. Tactical.
Yeah, tactical play there.
Did I say? Have I given you Linda and John? Said 27 million.
Yeah. We're waiting on.
And Janet saying 5,000.
5,000. Maggie, Laurel and Mike Pettit McFarlane's and the Bandits.
I'll guess that Laurel and Mike are probably left.
Yeah.
Right, so
Right, the actual answer is, and to decide on our winners for this evening, big drum roll, 1,116,000. So that means our winner of the quiz is Mariana.
and that might have bearing on
Yeah.
the annual champion.
Right, and now I need to work out who actually wins the doodah, and that will be Beth.
Yes, the nearest.
Yeah, Beth, you won the tie break. Yeah. And just come in from the cold and just casually win a tie break. Get you. Yeah, so that's it. So well done, Mariana. I mean, stonking last round. And yes, so there's Maggie saying 800,000.
Which wasn't that far off.
Was it not? But still, Beth still the winner. Because it Pettit McFarlane come in with 1.8. Beth still the winner. Right, so our winner tonight is Mariana. Well done, Mariana.
Yes,
Winner of the tiebreak is Beth. So this is our second last quiz of the year, believe it or not. We're here already. Our next quiz will be, wait for it, our Christmas quiz, and we're having it on Christmas Eve. And we'll also announce our Hope Kitchen champion for 2023 on that night, won't we?
Yes, and it would be maybe, if it's possible, for people to get a wee bit more teams around them, because they might be in company, you might have people, and you could just take an hour off, playing Twister or whatever it is you're doing, and do the quiz, and we could put some family friendly questions in.
Yep, absolutely. So well done everybody, and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on Christmas Eve. And I don't think are we dressing up this year? Don't know. We'll see. We maybe will. Thanks, Katrina. Thanks everybody, and Stevie. Cheers, pal. Good to see you on. We'll catch up soon. Okay. Thanks everyone.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Mariana. Take care, everybody. Bye, all.